Hi, my name's Hannah, and I have been down a bit of a rabbit hole with bag patterns. So a little while ago, I was having a browse on Etsy, and then fell into bag patterns, all different styles, and I got a little bit click happy, and bought a few patterns that up until recently I haven't attempted at all. So I printed the patterns off. Some of them, I think I got a little bit frustrated because I printed them off and realised they were rectangles, so I didn't need to print them. But that's my fault, not the patterns. So I thought rather than just staring at these patterns, not really having an idea of what I wanted to make with them, I thought I'd make up some samples to see what they look like, what they feel like, and then kind of do a bit more designing from there. So I decided to start with 3 patterns to begin with. These are all from Motif Studio. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll link it down below if you want to have a look at any of their patterns. The instructions on them are all very in depth, which beautifully done, really well written. It threw me off a little bit because there were so many steps. So I think I found it a little bit overwhelming to start with, but then when I realised what you actually had to do, it's nowhere near as complicated as it first seems. So these were all fairly straightforward to make. Just a little bit fiddly getting some of the edges, but nothing too complicated. So I've done 3 different styles. This one I've done 3 sizes of, just because, no real reason there. But it's a box box fold. I'll list it. I can't quite remember the name of it. I think it's a box fold. So you've got one long arm, one short one. They do have a little pocket inside as well, which is always good. And then you'd carry it like that. I don't know if I chose the best fabric really to practice these with, because it is a little bit floppy. But yeah, I thought it was quite a cute design. The little one was the biggest pain to do. You're trying to sew around tiny little circles like that. But I do think my little one will love that. She's not seen it yet, so I think that'll go down well. And then the big one is huge and would definitely need something in it, but would go over your arm, which is always quite nice. But yeah, I think it needs something in it just to keep that shape and stop it collapsing in on itself. That's the first one. The second one is this Everyway Tote, I think it is. So it's got 2 long sleeves, not sleeves, 2 long straps, and then 2 short straps as well. So you can either carry it in your hand or put it over your shoulder, which I think it's nice to have the options. And then with this one, I've done 1 pocket in it, but you could do 4 pockets. You could do 2, you could do 3, whatever you want to do. Again, I think that probably would have been better out of something a bit sturdier that doesn't quite look as floppy, but I like it. Good bag. And then this one, I think this is the one that reeled me in to begin with. It's the origami bag. So this one comes in 2 sizes as well. I just did the small one just to figure out the construction. But the big one, looking at the pattern pieces, it is quite a bit bigger. So it'll be bigger and slouchier. But I thought that was quite cute. And I think that's maybe my favourite one in this fabric. There is a top stitch that I haven't done here, just because I was getting a little bit lazy by the time that was the last one to finish. And I was kind of over pattern practice mode, and wanted to get it finished off so I could see what it looks like. and then starting to think about what I wanted to do for kind of a next stage, if there was going to be a next stage for all of them. I think I really want to do a quilted version of something. I'm on a bit of a quilting kick at the moment, and I've got a load of wadding. I accidentally ordered way too much. So I think I can't quite decide which one it'll work best with. I think this one quilted, it'd be too much going into that handle. I suppose I could make that handle bit a bit wider to accommodate for any extra there. That might be quite nice, giving it a bit more structure. You can also as well make like a gusset. Not a gusset, I don't know if that's the right word. But you like fold the corners in so it gives you more of a base, which probably would work quite well with a quilted fabric. So it'd be more like that. And then again with this one, I just think that would work a lot better. I think it'll work quite well actually as a toy bag as it is. Especially for going away. Chuck the toys in there and then it folds down to not very much when it's not being used. And that'd be quite handy. At the moment I've got, you can see here, quite a lot of threads. And I've had a lot of them for a long time. So it is my aim over the year to use up as many as possible, which is another reason why I'd quite like to do a bit more quilting. I think that will obviously use a lot more thread, and I can do some more decorative stitches, which I just fancy doing a few more decorative stitches. I think it'll look quite nice. I've also, from the rompers that I make, I've got quite a lot of like leftover pieces of quite bright fabric, so it might be quite nice to do. Just thinking on like the toy storage, to do like a patchwork fabric for the everyday tote, every way tote. Yeah, might just make it. That might look quite good. I don't know if I've got any any scraps around me. But yeah, I think that's maybe a quilted version for this one, a patchwork version for this one that could maybe have a little bit of quilting as well, to really bulk it out. And then this one, I think I need to try this one with something in it, because I'm not too sure how much I would actually use this style. And I don't know if it's just throwing me off because the big one, like I say, is empty, so there's nothing to keep that shape. Yeah, that's maybe the one that I'm not so sure about. But then that size, that could be quite nice. I don't know what to use it for. That's my predicament. I am so after I had my little one, I basically stopped using handbags. So using handbags at all, it feels a little bit foreign to me now, a little bit out of place to me now. So I think this was another coaxing me back into that, because I do like a nice handbag, but I got used to having the changing bag or just only wearing coats and outfits that had pockets. So yeah, this one I'm not too sure about. The samples that I've made up, I think will be great for playtime, so they're not going to be wasted. But I'm not too sure how I'd make that into something usable for me. I'd love to know your thoughts though. What would you do that? Or would you just leave it as a sample and not take it any further? Yeah, or if you've got any other ideas of how you'd style them, yeah, maybe style them, how you'd make them up differently. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to see what I come up with, where my ideas take me, then please subscribe, like this video, and follow along for the next sewing journey. See you soon. Bye.